everybody? Welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Is This Seat Taken? This episode is called The Stinky Movie Theater. Let's start with some squeaky wheels, man. We want to find people who like to sit in the center. I want to be in row 2. That's basically the center. Okay. I want to be in row 2. I don't want to sit behind someone on their phone, and I don't want to be next to a kid. Well, take the edge then. You're not going to be, nobody's going to be on their phone here. I eat popcorn. I want to be in row 3. I don't want to be behind someone on their phone. Easy. They're not going to be on their phone, bro. You going to make more YouTube exclusives? Yeah, but I got to wait for my kid to go back to school, man. Right? I know it's been like 2 months since I made a YouTube exclusive video, but like, I just don't, there's no window for it right now, but like, in a week and a bit, she's back in, man. And then I can start making 1 to 2 YouTube videos a day again. Of something. I don't know what, but of something. I want to steal popcorn. I make loud comments about the movie. Nobody minds, apparently. I want to steal popcorn. I can't stand talking. You're going to have to be on the other side. I eat popcorn. I cannot stand talking. We got a quiet side and a loud side. Okay. I make loud comments about the movie, but I don't want to be next to Eliana. Go ahead and sit in the front then. I want to be alone and I eat popcorn. I look at my phone during the movie to breathe in. I want to be next to another kid. I can't see well from far away. I don't want to... Hang on. You're okay. You're okay. I don't want to be behind someone on their phone. I want to be alone. It's blinding me. Literally move over 1 seat. Do I have to do everything for you? I have to sit next to another kid. I don't like dirty seats. I run this town. It's that simple. They should make this PvP. This should be a battle royale. I look at my phone. I don't want to sit in a dirty seat. Yeah, you know what? They had to put that there because I would have put them up here, no doubt. Are you a popcorn stealer? Stop trying to distract me. I just got some momentum. That being said, no, I'm not a popcorn stealer because I would always buy the popcorn. I will not go to the theater and then be like, I'm a little hungry, but I'm not going to buy the popcorn and then steal someone else's. I'm a popcorn donor. Exactly. And I don't mind being a popcorn donor. And the reason is they always give you too much popcorn. So I feel like if you're being stingy with, I would never ask someone to give up their popcorn for me, but I would also never be like, hey, stop stealing so much popcorn. Because never in my life have I finished a medium popcorn at a movie theater. I just start to feel like bad inside before the popcorn's done. Big Hat wants to be in the second row. Just get a hair transplant. I want to be with Val. I want to be with Nat, and I want to steal popcorn. Okay? That means we need a 3 stack here. And we need a popcorn enjoyer who doesn't like phones. Perfect. Phones in the back row would be nice. I can't stand talking. I look at my phone during the movie. Oh, right, the hat. I don't want to sit in a dirty seat, and I don't like to sit far away. Easy. I want to be near the center of the room. That's tough. I want to steal popcorn, and I make loud comments about the movie. You've got to sit close, and you eat popcorn? But okay, so you can move. But you have to be near the center of the room, man. Everybody's happy? You can move over there then. Okay, now that's getting a little tougher. I want to be with my parent, Cicely. Oh, brother. Parent that's looking at their phone during the movies. I try not to judge, but... Okay, you're still chill. I want to be in row 3. I can't stand talking. I can't stand talking, but I look at my phone during the movie. Literally pick a struggle. I want to be in row 3. Can't stand talking. It blocks my view. Fuck you. What a fuss. Oh my god. Pick a struggle, man. I want to be next to another. I got to start from 0. I want to be next to another kid. I'm sorry, this is an R-rated movie. There's no kids here. Oh, there's one kid here? And you want to be in row 3. Okay. Everyone's happy. I want to be next to another kid, but I don't want a dirty seat. I'm sorry, that's not possible. We're going to have to clean the seat then. You're right. Invert the row. Okay. I want to be with Val. What a fuss. You hate the talking. Okay. But you have to be in row 3. I want to be alone in the center of the room. I can't stand talking. What a fuss. Who's talking? Oh my god. It blocks my view. Where's my parent? What a fuss. Oh, ah! Scrap it. We're starting over again. It feels so good to completely undo your progress in a puzzle like 2 steps away from the end. It feels so good to just be like, we got to start from 0. I eat popcorn. I have to be close. Okay, now how about popcorn stealers? I want to steal popcorn and I'm loud. Let's hit as few spaces as possible with the loudness. Now, who has to be close? I want to be in row 3. I can't stand talking. There you go. This guy's hard to place. He's got to be in row 2 somewhere. I don't want to be in a dirty seat. I want to be near the center of the room and alone, and I can't stand talking. Okay, so you have to go there. I want to be next to another kid and not in a dirty seat. And you're the only other kid, and you want to be with your parent. Kid? Parent. Oh my god, they hate a dirty seat. And then kid wants to be next to another kid, doesn't want a dirty seat. Okay. Maybe nobody wants to sit here, so we can put the hat man here. I can't see well from far away. That means you have to sit. Yeah, you have to sit there. I can't stand talking. I look at my phone during the movie. I want to be with Val. So we need a 2-piece. Val wants to steal popcorn and be with Nat. I eat popcorn and I don't want to be behind someone on their phone. This is fucked up. I want to be with Val. And the popcorn stealer. Okay, everybody's happy there. You can't all get what you want, okay? I can't stand talking. I look at my phone. I'm wearing a big hat. Oh my god, I want to be alone. Someone's got to sit next to the hat man, dude. There we go. Am I neurodivergent? The only thing I care about, I guess maybe it would be complicated if everybody was like me. Movie theater seating is like urinal choice for me. First off, I'd rather watch it in private if there's a stall and no line. But otherwise, all I care about for the movie is not at the very front and at least one space of clearance between the next group. That's it. That's all I care about. We're cruising the Thames. Very front is cool. Well, that's because like movie theaters now are like, they actually make them to like watch movies in. But if you were in a movie theater that was built in like the 60s or something like that, if you were in the front row, you were like the whole time. I watched Die Another Day like that. It was not worth the slipped disc, man. Where are you standing if the urinals are full? So usually there's like ceramic tiled walls that delineate the hand dryers and the sinks area from like the foyer. So I would stand Lucky Luciano style adjacent to the tiled wall, but not blocking the sink or the hand dryer. That's where I would stand. And then the next person that came into the bathroom would walk by me, stand 3 inches behind someone that's pissing, and I have to go, oh, there's a line. That's typically how it goes. I want to take photos of the view. I want to relax during the tour. I want to party. Oh, okay. Partiers want to be with partiers, maybe? I don't know. Boring. I want to party, but I don't like strong odors. Okay, you're chilling. I want to party, but I forgot the shower. Boring. Well, there's a problem because this guy can't breathe, man. We'll figure it out. There's got to be some kind of like, you multiply the numbers together. I get dizzy at the back and I want to be with my parent Maeve. I don't want to get splashed by the water. Well, we're on a boat, so I don't really know what to do about that. I don't know if there's any spots where you won't get splashed. What if somebody's behind you? No, you're still getting splashed. Center? But they need... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Parent in the center. Kid diagonal to them. All right. I don't want to get splashed. I get dizzy at the front, and I forgot the shower. Yeah, you're going to the back of the boat. I get dizzy at the front. I do not like bad smells. Well, I want to be with Aurora. Can we give it up for Rowan here, who had one very, very easy condition? Rowan, you're the kind of person that we need to make this group dynamic work. If everybody was like Maria, there would be no chance. If everyone was like Maeve, there'd be no chance. Rowan's just happy to be there. I always think about it, the time we had Thanksgiving at our house. And everyone was asking me what they could do. So my job was telling people what they could do, like making up jobs that they could help us with. And then my father-in-law was just sitting on the couch watching Squid Game. And literally he was doing more for facilitating everything getting done than the people who were asking me what to do. Now, they were being very helpful or trying to be helpful, don't get me wrong. But it's like when you have your first job and you keep asking, you're like, hey, boss, I did all that work that you needed me to do. And then they're like, oh, fuck, now I got to make up like more work for this kid to do. This kid doesn't get it yet. It's their first job. When they give you work at 9 in the morning, you're supposed to stretch that out till like about 3. You're supposed to make it last that long. You're not supposed to, it's not like when your professor gives you an assignment and after you finish it fast, you can have fun. Like you're here all day. Luxuriate in it a little bit. Anyway. I want to party or forgot to shower. I want to party. I want to party. What's your problem? Stinky. You're stinky. Oh, no, you're not. Stinky. Everyone's happy. Except you. I want to relax. Who's pissed now? I don't like strong odors. Well, you have to party, man! Sometimes the party stinks a little bit. I don't know what you need me to say. Space them out by 1? Stinky! Oh, I'm getting dizzy. Oh my God. I'm sorry. If you get dizzy at the front of the boat and you don't like bad smells, I know a perfect place for you to go. It's home. You should go home. You're in public. You're going to interact with other people. You're going to experience stuff that inconveniences you. You don't get to be like, I want to sit here, but I don't want to be at the front of the boat, and I got to be facing the same direction that the boat is traveling, and I don't want to sit next to anybody, and I got to sit next to this person, and I want to steal popcorn. You can't do it. What's your problem? I don't like bad smells. Yeah, join the club. I don't want to get splashed by... Oh. All right, y'all. Here we go. Everybody back on the dock. Everybody back on the dock. This boat's not leaving till we come to a compromise, okay? I think we got to start with the partiers. I want a party. I forgot the shower. I want a party. And you don't mind being stinky. I want a party. I don't like strong odors. There you go. Anybody that doesn't mind strong odors? Anybody here okay with strong odors? That's me. I'm kind of Dorian. I'll sit in the fucked up seat. I don't care. I want to relax during the tour. I don't know. Do you want to be away from the party? That's easy. I get dizzy at the front of the boat. I forgot the shower. You should... And you don't want to get splashed. Okay, well, you're... Honestly, fuck you. And then Maeve also has to sit in the middle. Okay. I get dizzy at the front and I don't like bad smells. You might want to go home. You might want to go home, Maria. I want to relax. I want to be with Aurora. Okay. The only thing that's messed up, man. The only thing that's messed up. The only thing that's messed up is Maria. Because I could... You're happy anywhere, and I respect that for you. I get dizzy, so you have to be at the middle or further back. But you hate stinkiness. You could sit here. Oh my God, he's done it. There's literally one seat that's acceptable. That's huge. They are saying he's the best to ever do it. And they might be right. Oh, here we go. More parties. I want a party. I want a party. I want a party with my parent. I want a party. It's a kid's birthday, but you don't want to be next to a kid. Okay. I don't want to be splashed by water. Fair enough. You're taking the middle. You don't want to be next to a kid. You're not next to a kid. You're kitty corner. That's not next to. That kid is offset by half of a block. Well, you're going to be at the other end of the party then. Maybe it'd be better to put a kid here, and then a parent here, and then Rio can go there. I want a party. Welcome to the party, pal. Yes? Sorry, we were solving the case of who ate all the grapes. And the answer is our toddler. I've been eating a lot of fruit. I haven't been eating many grapes. I've been eating stone fruits lately. DL Guiga, you put me onto that last year. You said stone fruits go crazy in the summer. I've been eating a lot of peaches and plums. And blueberries, but... I get dizzy at the front of the boat, and I want to relax. I want to be alone. Sit next to the driver, then. I want to be alone. I want to be alone. I want to relax and take photos of the view. Easiest game of my life. Driver doesn't count as a person. I'm not weighing in on that. They're literally the most important person. Every time that I'm in a tour bus, I make sure to make eye contact with the driver to make sure they haven't been drinking. They are the scariest places I've ever been in a bus, 100% U.S. Virgin Islands and the British Virgin Islands. Some scary driving going on over there. Jamaica pretty close as well. But I always wonder. Seems like a lot of pilots have gone crazy lately, and they're like, hey, mind if I go into the cockpit? And then they try to like grab the yoke and just crash into the ocean or whatever. I always think about, man, this bus driver, if this bus driver's having a bad day, we could all be cooked, man. It's never happened, but I've had some very, very dark thoughts on the bus. Like if this guy might check his phone halfway through the bus ride and be like, man, fuck this. I'm gonna head out. Thank you, Guppy. Thank you. Thank you. Will your kid ever ride the bus? I don't know, maybe like 100 times a year since birth, basically. Let me see. I want to party. I get dizzy at the front of the boat. I want to party. I want to party, but I don't want to be next to a kid. I want to party, but I don't want to get splashed. Okay. Boring. Boat tour on vacation? Boring. We need a kid who wants to party. Don't we have a... I mean, it's an adult party. I want to party. I want to party. I don't want to be next to a kid. Easiest play of my life. I want to party. Okay, we got the partiers have been sequestered. No problem. I want to relax, but I get dizzy at the front. I want to relax. I want to relax and take photos. I want to take photos and be with a Winnie who wants to relax. Oh, it's a three-piece. I want to be with Harper. Everyone's happy? You're not happy because you want to be with Hiroshi. Hiroshi wants to be with Harper. Oh, yeah, I get it. Okay. One of you has to be in the middle. What do you... Oh, but you want to be with Harper. And you... I can't be done, man. This is why this is an unstable setup. I want to take photos of the view. So you have to be on the edge. You want to be with Harper, and you want to be with Winnie. Well, you're Winnie, and you want to be with Hiroshi. You want to be with Harper, but you also want to be with Winnie. It can't be done. They're gonna have to break up. I want to relax, but I want to be with Harper. Harper's right here, y'all. Wait, we fixed it. We solved it. I want to be next to another kid, but not get splashed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. What a fuss. Oh, no. Oh, I want to relax and take photos. Okay. There's just one more, man. They need to be next to a kid. But not get splashed. But they're going to be too close to the... I want to play. Wait, they're chilling. Everybody's happy. Except for you, who wants to be with Harp. Oh. And I can't just swap them because Hiroshi wants to relax on the boat tour. Hiroshi wants to relax. Okay. You get it set up like this, and then you take everybody off the boat up here. And you want to be with Hiroshi. So you go here. What a fuss, what a fuss, what a fuss. I want to play. I want to be next to another kid. I want to be close to everybody off the boat. Not everybody, though, because we're doing the party. I don't want to be... I want to party, but I don't want to be splashed. Whoops. Huge, okay. I want to party, but I don't want to be splashed. You go there. I get dizzy at the front of the boat. Man, fuck you. Okay, you're safe. I want to party. I don't want to be next to a kid. Problem solved. I want to relax and take photos of the view. I want to relax. I want to relax. I get dizzy at the front. Relax. 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 I want to play. Oh my God. Okay, we got you. Jesus Christ! You guys think it's worth requesting the vegetarian or gluten-free meal on the airplane so you get your food before everybody else? I think this is not... I'm sorry for ruining like a good thing for you guys. I think they should start serving the special meals. I'm not going to say they should serve them after all the other meals. I think they should flip a coin. I think at the start, because they're already doing all the announcements anyway, they should flip a coin in the cockpit and be like, we're serving vegetarians first on today's flight. And because you could hear the fuselage. Everyone would go, yes! Oh, man. Why can't they do both at the same time? I think it's because, like, they only have a few vegetarian meals. And then all the other ones are in a big trough, essentially. So they drop off the special ones, and then they come through with the rest. I mean, honestly, I think I would be a shit flight attendant, to be honest. I like having a lot of space to work with. It's crazy to me that they serve, like, 90 different drinks on the airplane. In that little beverage cart, man. They should just have, like, water and Coke Zero. Also, don't you hate when you're thirsty as fuck and you're about to get your free half can of Diet Coke in Coach, but then the boomer in front of you orders like 6 miniature bottles of red wine and can't figure out how to get tap to work on the point of sale machine, and you're like, please! It's like the only part of the flight I'm looking forward to is getting this beverage. Just getting a little bit of liquid on this dry ass, like, 777, please, for the love of God. Then the dude, like, 2 rows in front of you is always like, what kind of red wine you got? Fuck you, man. Nah, it's chill, but still. Celebration cookies, though? Yeah, if you're flying WestJet, for sure. Pissing me off, man. I want to party, I get dizzy at the back. Easy enough. I want to party, but I do not want to sit next to Ellison. I want to party, but I get dizzy at the front. I want to party, I want to be with Ellison. I forgot to shower. Oh my God, do you guys even like each other? So we're going to party in the middle. Ellison should not be in the middle. You go here. Boring. You don't want to be next to Ellison. That means you're going here. I want to be with Ellison. That means you go here. I get dizzy at the back. All right, okay. So far, so good. I would hate to be Ellison. I know this truth is killing me. You know, you guys, I forgot Gen Z's not fucking with Elvis Costello. Or the other Elvis, for that matter. They don't care. What did Ellison do? I heard you let that little friend of mine take off your party dress. Something like that. I want to relax. I don't want to be splashed. Well, you literally, there's nowhere for you to go. Just to be real with you. Which one do you like the least? Getting splashed or having noise? I want to relax and I don't like bad smells. Who's the stinker? You're the stinker. That means you gotta go there. I don't like bad smells and I only want to be with Val. I don't want to be splashed. I want to relax. I forgot the shower. We tanked those, man. First class is not worth it. I'll be honest with you, I may be a coach flyer until the day I die. But there is one thing, and I think I'm going to get a lot of -2s. There's one thing you will never see me doing. I think I'm very unlikely to pay three grand to fly in the front of the airplane, because that seems crazy. They know the flight isn't forever, right? Like it's going to be over at some point. And then your money's gone forever. Like they're charging like it's going to improve your life forever, is what I'm trying to say. So it's not going to happen. But one thing that you will never see me do is pay 20% of what it costs to go to the front of the plane just to be able to unbend my knees a little bit. It's not going to happen. I would rather pay you the $3 grand to fly in the front of the plane than pay you $600 just so I could push my feet out a little bit more. It's never going to happen. Only on international, but on international it's more expensive, bro. People are like, it's worth it on international. It's not worth it on domestic. Yeah, but on domestic, the first class is like 1/8 of what it costs on international, man, because everybody's trying to get the lay down bed for international. I fly home once every 3 years. Let me have this. It's your money. I don't think you're a bad person. Although I look at you funny when I get on the plane. Although it's actually sick because I get to get on the plane before you because I'm above a first class citizen. I have a child under the age of 5 who needs more time during the boarding process. And it's fucking sick. It fucking rules. But that shit's going out the window in like 6 weeks or something. Or I could just lie. Oh, but we have to give them our fucking ID to get on the airplane. They're gonna know I'm lying. They wouldn't make you get back out because you've already gone through the gate, man. They wouldn't. I gotta think about it. That's gonna fuck me up, man. That doesn't apply on flights to Orlando. The crazy thing is that it does. So that I really feel for the people that are flying to and from Orlando that don't have kids because the plane is 80% full by the time Zone 1 gets to board. And let me tell you, keep dreaming if you think you're putting your shit in the overhead because there's a Disney store in the terminal and everybody's got a couple of things they didn't get at the theme park and lots of friends and family that love Mickey Mouse. And the airport fucking sucks. But anyway, I don't know, man. There's times, well, I think what I do is I wistfully, every time they offer the first class upgrade for way too much money, I always go, that would be nice. And then I go, not this time. And I've been doing that for like 10 years in a row. And every time I land, like when you get on, if you fly first class, sorry, we should be playing the game, but this is real. I want you to know that I'm always judging you and I'm always getting the last laugh. I see you when I fly and you're in first class and you got your fucking whole family with you and you got your glass of water and sometimes they even have like a bottle chiller and stuff like that to keep your water cold on the airplane and you got your feet stretched out and you got a bigger screen. It's like 7 inches instead of 4.5 inches and stuff like that. So I see you when I'm getting on the airplane and your smug sense of superiority and your fucking Patagonia quarter zip with the Hugo Boss light windbreaker over top of it. I fucking see you. And I'm here to tell you, nobody thinks that you're awesome for using PowerPoint during the airplane ride, okay? That's not real work. Taking the shit that you know you're gonna say and putting it into a slide deck is not work. That's not, work requires things to be moved. It requires energy to be expended. That's not work, that's a hobby. That's leisure. Regardless, the fact that they call it business class and people are opening PowerPoint is disingenuous to me. They should be fixing the HVAC on the airplane. However, I always feel great getting off the airplane and seeing the people at the luggage carousel that were in first class when I got on the airplane, because now I'm like $5,000 closer to you. Or possibly, depending on where you are, $5,000 further away. How do you, oh, you spent all that money on the plane and now we're all waiting 45 minutes for our bags to come down on the conveyor belt. Oh my God, we got to the same place at the same time and we watched the same shitty movies on the same shitty screen. But you got to eat salmon. Congrats, you paid $3,500 for 2 glasses of wine and real fish. See you in town, buddy. Literally, it's a tortoise in the hare. I'm catching up to you. I'm more ahead of you, but all we did was take the same airplane, and I'm closer to you when we landed than I was when we took off. How do you feel about that? This shit means something to you? It means everything to me. It's all I think about. That guy can probably feel his legs, though. I can feel my legs, too. I have hands. Oh, Jesus Christ. No one told me we were going to have to be rotating shapes, man. The social shapes, that's easy. The actual shapes, I don't know about that. This might be the end of me. What if they have more passive income than you? Unlikely. I've got 12,000 Children of Morta Let's Play videos that are still making a penny a day each. The snowball got started back in 2011, man. Oh, I own a business. Man! Maybe the business owns you, buddy. Ever think about that? But I do feel, and there's probably a reason they can't do this, but wouldn't it be better if instead of sitting down, you laid down on the airplane? You know, like they were like, oh, here's my seat. And then if you were sitting in the middle, you would lay down on the aisle bed and then roll over till you got to the middle, do up your seatbelt, and then like you could just lay down the whole flight, man. And then you could stack 2 layers. You couldn't have 3 layers. That would be like some shit from the Matrix. But you could do 2 layers. Yeah, like a bunk bed, exactly. I think that could be sick, man. I think it could be sick. 2 layers! There's only 2 layers on the airplane. 2 layers! I think it could work, man. Please don't describe it. I would not use the term that you're using that I don't even feel comfortable saying. I just think it would be nice to lay down on the airplane for once. I would describe it as an efficient way to place people on a transportation vessel. Because laying down is more comfortable than sitting up most of the time. And instead of reclining, you could incline. And if you're sitting down, reclining like 2 inches is just sitting down. But if you're laying flat, inclining like 2 inches is borderline sitting up. You get the best of both worlds, man. You get to lay down and you get to sit up a little bit. This could be good, man. This could be good. I told my wife this idea with half the plane having beds and half the plane having seats so people could still choose. They gotta treat us with a little dignity, man. I do think that the real problem is not the optics, like you seem to suggest. I think the real problem is that if someone doesn't have their seatbelt on and there's any turbulence, the people on the top bunk are gonna smash the shit out of their skulls on the top of the airplane, which seems really unsafe. It also, now that I think about it, turbulence is not that scary when you're sitting down, but if you're laying down, it might feel like you're the dude at the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm not sure. I gotta think about it. Well, no, I don't, because it's never gonna happen, but... What about the overhead bins? They become under bed storage. You slide out like a drawer that's the same size as the overheads and put your carry-on in there and then slide it back in. And that eliminates the problem of, can somebody look this up? Somebody get grok on this. How many people die every year because a carry-on suitcase falls on their head out of the overhead bin? I genuinely believe it could be 10 people getting like a brain hemorrhage from that. Grok, pretend you're not racist. How many people die every year in carry-on luggage-related incidents? Anyway. Why not sedate the passengers and then stack them? Low-key, it actually would be sick if they anesthetized you for your flight. But the odds of you dying would absolutely, they would probably go up by 10,000% if I had to guess. And flying would be really expensive because they would need to have like 100 anesthesiologists on every plane. If you thought it was expensive already, wait until they get 100 of the highest paid doctor discipline on the airplane too. Anyway, sorry. It's okay, the game's boring. It's not boring, it's just more fun to talk about nonsense. No game can beat that, man. I want to be with Isaac. No comment. I want to be by the window. That's gotta, dude, that's like a fucking, that's a sad story, man. I want to be with Isaac. I want to be by the window. Damn. I love you. I love the view. I love you. Jack be like, I love you. Isaac be like, I love you too. You know what I'm talking about? And they're both happy. And maybe that's all you need, man. Why is it muted? Ghibli, did you hear my idea about instead of sitting in rows on the airplane, they give you bunk beds? Don't close your eyes. Chat's about to tell you why this idea won't work and why I'm a bad person for coming up with it. Yes, sir. Air New Zealand is adding bunk beds. This is why New Zealand is the best country in the world and has no problems. What direction is the train going? You're going that way. Okay, I want to read. I want to talk. I want to be alone. Okay, then don't sit at the foretop. I want an aisle seat. What do you mean? You want to talk to someone? Then talk to this person, man. I want to talk to someone. I'm wearing too much cologne. I don't want to sit next to a kid. I forgot to shower. I want to sleep. I play loud music and I want to sit in the direction of the vehicle. Everybody's chilling. Oh wait, there's like a bunch more stuff to load up. Nailed it. You prefer 2x2 or 3x3? I don't think there's a unless you're talking about like 6th grade mathematics. I don't think there's an objective answer. I think it depends on the size of your traveling party. In general, I would prefer 2x2, but I have a wife and a kid. So I would much rather have 3x3, which is actually great for us. We're literally like an is this seat taken family in real life. I want to be on the aisle. My wife wants to be on the window, and my kid wants to be next to both parents. It's the easiest solve of all time. It's like we're a perfect 3-seat combo right there. Now, the flight to London, we were on a 3x4x3, like a 343 airplane, and it was sick because we were the 3. And I was like, look at those bozos over there in section 4. Idiots. And then on the way back, I waited too long to check in, and we were 3 of 4 in the middle 4. Oh. Oh, Lord. Sucked for us, but probably sucked a lot more for the single, like, 23-year-old guy who was also in the row with us. But, well, what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? Sucks for him. He should have flown first class or upper bunk. If he went upper bunk, he wouldn't have had to worry about it, man. Yeah, he just put his headphones on and chilled. He actually inspired the bit because I was pissed off that he was a vegetarian and he got both of his meals before us. Smarmy motherfucker. He was chill, though. He was all right. Just pissed me off that he would... Because also, the thing is, we were, like, pretty far back in the airplane. So this dude would get his meal. And then, after everybody got their meals that had a special request, the carts went all the way up to the front of the airplane, like 3 kilometers away. And they didn't come back for 90 minutes. Stopped ordering vegetarian meals on planes because they bring your meals out 30 minutes earlier and it freaks you out. This is how I know we're different individuals, Chipley, because the bit that preceded this was, should I start getting the vegetarian meal on the airplane so my food comes out 30 minutes faster? I feel like it'd be so sick to be like eating the meal while everybody else hates you because they're bored. Not hungry, but just like bored and wants to eat the food. It also just sucks. If I can say something... I had 4 meals on British Airways in the past 2 weeks. It's like my favorite restaurant. 3 of them were good. I would love to virtue signal and say that the airplane food was bad, but the airplane food was actually like pretty solid. I'm a real eater. And it's also sick because my kid and my wife don't like the airplane food. So I usually get to eat like 2.5 meals per meal, and then each flight was 2 meals. So I had like 5 meals on the flight in 10 hours. Oh man, it's kind of sick, man. If I may say so, though, the meals on the airplane are like 180 calories each. They give you like 2 sips of water, like an 1/8 of a chicken thigh, and a thimbleful of rice. They give you bread. The roll is like 80 calories, man. It's nothing. I know because I had 3 of them. You're right. It would be hard to eat 5 meals in the bunk bed. I have to go back to college mode for that. Anyway, slash marker. Is this seat taken? And we're going to